Guys, so I was not intending on doing 2 videos today, but I just literally had a system update, and you guys that are used to the channel know with this crazy phone, if it's a system update, it just automatically cuts off whatever I'm doing. If I'm on YouTube, if I'm recording, whatever I'm doing, it's going to automatically just cut it off, and I have to click cancel or update. So please check out part 1. I just kind of told you guys about what I'm doing today. We read from Proverbs chapter 10, just some other little nuggets. I was beginning reading Proverbs 25 and then it just cut off. So I don't want to say, just leave the rest of you guys read it. The Lord told me to read Proverbs 10 and 25. So even with that system update, I'm still going to make this time to finish reading this and not get aggravated and say, you know what, whatever. We don't have time for that. Amen. No distractions. Amen. So I'm going to continue reading Proverbs 25. But if you missed the first video, please check it out. All right. Proverbs 25. These are more Proverbs of Solomon, copied by the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter. Somebody listen to this. To search out a matter is the glory of kings. Because how many times do we find ourselves in the past or even in the now not doing that? And it's so important. It's so important to do that. So let's do 3 through 4. That was 1 through 2. As the heavens are high, excuse me, and the earth is deep. Excuse me, guys. So the hearts of kings are unsearchable. 4. Remove the dross from the silver, and out comes material for the silversmith. 5 through 7. Remove the wicked from the king's presence, and his throne will be established through righteousness. 6 and 7. Do not exalt yourself in the king's presence, and do not claim a place among great men. It is better for him to say to you, come up here, than for him to humiliate you before a nobleman. Excuse me. 7 continuing on through 9. What you have seen with your eyes, do not bring hastily to court. Right? For what will you do in the end if your neighbor puts you to shame? So basically, in the footnotes, that 7 and 8, with the B says, or nobleman / on whom you had set your eyes / do not go. Okay, with that 7 and 8 that we just read. Okay, 9 through 11. If you argue your case with the neighbor, do not betray another man's confidence. And we're also going to say a prayer at the end. I'm feeling led for us to pray as well at the end of this video. So I also will say a prayer however God lead. And I will just title it, I'll just title everything what it is. So 9 through 10, guys. If you argue your case with a neighbor, do not betray another man's confidence, or he who hears it may shame you, and you will never lose your bad reputation. That's a word for someone. 11, and I love this 11 as well. A word aptly spoken, some translations say fitly spoken, it's like apples of gold in settings of silver. Like an earring, this is 12 through 14. Like an earring of gold or an ornament of fine gold is a wise man's rebuke to a listening ear. 13. Like the coolness of snow at harvest time is a trustworthy messenger to those who send him. He refreshes the spirit of his masters. 14. Like clouds and wind without rain is a man who boasts of gifts he does not give. Right? 15, because at least with the clouds and wind, 9 out of 10 is going to produce the rain. But a person that's just boasting of these gifts and does not give is 14. So that was 14. So 15 through 17. Through patience, somebody say patience, a ruler can be persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. That's a word for someone. Proverbs 25:15. 16 through 17. If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it and you will vomit. This is why, guys, this is for all of us. It's just good to have balance. It's good to have boundaries, because too much of anything may not always be a good thing. We have to have things in moderation. This is going to mean different things for different people, but I'm sure you guys can look back over certain places of your life, or you look at certain people's life, and you can see where too much of this or that caused that. And then this being moderated, or using moderation, or they're moving forward and you moving forward, and you want to learn from your mistakes and experiences, and you want to do it this way as best as you can moving forward, you'll see the difference. With that Proverbs 25:16, if you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it and you will vomit. Let's do 17 through 19. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you and he will hate you. right? 18, like a club or a sword or a sharp arrow is the man who gives false testimony against his neighbor. 19, like a bad tooth or a lame foot is reliance on the unfaithful in times of trouble. So when you're going through trouble and you're relying on unfaithful people, it's like having a bad tooth. And if you've ever had a toothache or a bad tooth, it is like, I've heard some people say they rather have a toothache than be in labor. And I've been in labor. The contractions and the actual labor is no joke. Well, to me, the contractions was worse than my labor, although my labor was pretty lengthy. But that toothache, you know, you have that toothache, you want to go see the dentist, you praying, you laying hands, you taking your oral gel, your medications, whatever. You know, some people like take actual pills. I usually just, like, if I can't get to the dentist, I pray, or I just do like natural stuff. Like I try to brush my teeth, or the apple cider vinegar, or even sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, that help, little stuff like that. But like a bad tooth or a lame foot is like you're relying on unfaithful in times of trouble. 20 through 23. And we're almost done. We'll be closing in a few minutes, guys. Like one who takes away a garment on the cold day, or like vinegar poured on soda, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. 21. And we have also heard this 21 through 22 in the Gospels as well.